Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, welcome to our Kigezi FM News Research Podcast. As usual, your host is Sam Kanyamutiza Tindimwewa, and today we are going to be focusing on Rwanda in our geopolitical talk show, of course with special emphasis to our Great Lakes region politics. Please do not forget to subscribe and follow us on all our channels, YouTube, TikTok, and of course Facebook.
This is Fem News, Kigezi Podcast. We are here every Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m., bringing you all the latest news updates and topics on Kigezi and the surrounding areas. Sam Kanyamuchiza is your host. We have discussions on governance, business, culture, and events. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Patrick Karegeya put up quite a fight before his assailants finally got the better of him to strangle and suffocate him inside his hotel in South Africa.
Patrick Karegeya left his car in the car park at Michelangelo Towers and made his way up to Suite 905. His family would never hear from him again.
His phones and everything started going off from 8, 9 o'clock. And that's when they murdered him.
Karegeya is a former Rwanda's chief of external intelligence and one of the most powerful figures in Paul Kagame's Rwandan government. After falling out with Kagame's regime, he fled to South Africa, where he set up an opposition movement called the Rwandan National Congress, RNC.
The room was a mess. There was a bit of scuffle. You can see everything was just a nightmare. And we found the towel, and the towel was full of blood. And the rope, those curtain hangers. He had marks all over here. So literally they used the rope to hang him tight.
It was reported by the BBC that Karegeya had been holding a series of night secret meetings with the South African and Tanzanian military intelligence and still had contacts with some of the officials in the Rwandese government.
Newsnight has learnt that from around the middle of last year, Mr. Karegeya held a series of meetings with South African and Tanzanian military intelligence. The meetings happened at night and in secret, and they took place just as South Africa and Tanzania were sending their troops to Congo to fight a Rwandan-backed rebel group.
At that time, South Africa and Tanzania were sending their troops to DR Congo to fight a Rwandese-backed M23 rebel group. The M23 had initially registered considerable success against the DRC government, but their fortune soon changed when the UN troops composed of South African and Tanzanian forces started to take fire to the Rwandese-backed rebels.
The group was formed in early 2012. It called itself M23. Within months, they had the much more powerful Congolese military on the run.
It was believed that Karegeya's late-night intelligence meetings had contributed to the defeat of the M23 and that the Kagame government was unhappy. Karegeya's family believes that his death at the hands of the assailants who hunted him down in South Africa was sponsored by the Rwandese government. In a twist of events, when he learnt of the news about the death of Patrick Karegeya in a South African hotel, President Kagame did nothing to deny any involvement in his former chief of intelligence's death. Instead, he sounded strong warnings to Rwandese, saying that whoever betrays Rwanda shall pay with his life, both those who are dead and the ones who are still living.
Tuzagambanira u Rwanda ngo bikire. Uwo ari we wese nukiriho bizamugaruka. Uwo ari we wese. It's a matter of time. Ni igihe gusa.
Many other Rwandese exiles in South Africa and other parts of the world, whom the Rwandese government associates with rebel activity and treason, are said to be fearing for their lives. A live example of those is General Kayumba Nyamwasa, who is said to have survived more than 2 assassination attempts. He is said to also be in hiding and living under South African state protection.
And I ran away from somebody I thought was going to harm my life. And that's the president of Rwanda. He said that Patrick and I are like flies And if it requires him to use a hammer to kill a fly, he will do it.
General Nyamwasa is also former chief of staff for the Rwandese armed forces.
There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless, free market, non-political currency. Bitcoin cannot be inflated or controlled by any government. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin at bitcoin.com.